erase it. Put those feelings back where they came from. Why can't we just get along? Or at least let's get along.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind. I would do it one more time. I would let you cut the line just so I could be right where you are.
Articulate the feeling I'm going through. I just can't say I don't love you, 'cause I love you. Yeah, it's hard for me to communicate the thoughts that I hold, but tonight I'm gonna let you know. Let me tell the truth. Baby, let me tell the truth. Yeah, you know what I'm thinking. See it in your eyes. You hate that you want me. Hate it when you cry. I'm scared to be lonely, especially in the night. I'm scared that I'll miss you. Happens every time. I don't want this feeling. I can't afford love. I try to find reason to pull us apart. It ain't working 'cause you're perfect, and I know that you're worth it. I can't walk away. Even though we're going through it and it makes you feel alone, just know that I will die for you. Baby, I can die for you. Yeah. The distance and the time between us, it'll never change my mind.
Southern Miss Radio. Sponsorship comes from American Graphics. Located at 8 Commercial Warehouse Drive in Hattiesburg, American Graphics provides custom screen printing and embroidery. They can be reached by phone at 601-602-2277. And the website is goamericangraphics.com. American Graphics, printing at its finest.
Calling all families.
Calling all children. And kids of all ages.
Are you looking for a variety of music the whole family can listen to?
Yeah!
Then look no further. We have traditional songs, international tunes, and fresh new beats.
Join us every Saturday morning from 9 to 10 a.m.
Right here on Southern Miss Radio.
For the Hickory Dickory Dock Show. Catch you Saturday. Catch you then.
Morning compassed in the clouds, amen. Lift off this blindfold, let me see again. Bring back the water, let your ships roll in. And my heart, she left a hole. The tightrope that I'm walking just sways and ties. The devil as he's talking with those angels' eyes. And I just wanna be there when the lightning strikes and the saints go marching in. Sing slow it down. Through chaos as it swirls, it's us against the world. Like a river to a raindrop, I lost a friend. My drunken as a Daniel in a lion's den. And tonight I know it all has to begin again. So whatever you do, don't let go. And if we could float away, fly up to the surface and just start again. Lift off before trouble just erodes us in the rain. Just erodes us in the rain. Just erodes us and see roses in the rain. Saying slow it down. Slow it down.
Population services to like underserved populations. So we talked about like homeless and like the impoverished and stuff. So we did like a whole week on food insecurity and how it impacts learning and teaching and all of that stuff.
I'm not visit this way, but possibly
Yeah.
because if you're looking at housing insecurity, we do have some students who are homeless. Because I remember we had a complaint one time about the library computers being so slow,
Yeah.
and the person was like, "This is all I have. I
Yeah.
don't have it." I think this village is involved.
Ooh. Yeah. That'd be hard.
So it's the AAOP Camp for Collegiate, correct?
I'm sorry.
AAOP stands for?
2 A's?
No,
or
it's
just one A?
AOP.
AOP?
Association of Office Professionals. I think you're thinking of AAUP. Association of American University Professors. Sadly, I know all this.
Yeah, faded out. We'll start at 12. Can you close that door for me? I was coming to close it. Thank you.
And you're the compliance and ethics director.
I also
or
am the compliance
assistant.
manager.
Okay. I might ask you about that if you don't mind.
No, no problem. Don't forget to finish your modules. Email me if you have questions. compliance@usm.edu. Just to warn you, we will have Code of Conduct rolling out in February of next year. So everyone's aware of their responsibilities to treat people kindly and professionally and to have patience with people.
You hear that, Madison?
Yeah.
We don't want anybody throwing things or yelling. I did work at an office like that one time in New Jersey. Yeah, and they would nobody can hear me, right? They would
You're not recording.
Yeah, they would curse in other language, in Hungarian.
Oh my gosh.
One person spoke Hungarian, one person spoke Spanish, and they would curse at each other across the halls
Oh
and
my
slam
gosh.
the doors and throw things.
That's
and I was just
scary.
in the office like, please no one bring a gun here.
Yeah. That doesn't need to do that. Does anyone know if I can, okay, if I don't live around here, can I go to the DMV and renew my license here? Okay.
Go to the one over by the mall,
Okay.
not the mean one over there by the
Okay.
multipurpose
I don't know
center.
anything about anything.
See, I went to the meeting.
So,
Don't go to the mean one. Go
Oh.
here.
the mall. Okay. Gotcha.
What's the difference?
What
They're
are
so
those
mean,
mean?
they won't speak to you there. They just point you to the machine. Then they file their nails and look at you like, still
Oh,
going
okay. Well, I will go to the one by the mall.
I've never been to
But I went, when I moved here
Yeah.
in June, I went to somewhere up 49 way down there somewhere.
In Oak Grove?
Huh?
I go to the one in Oak Grove.
I didn't know there was one.
Yeah.
Oak
Okay.
Grove.
And the
I went to
library.
mall. Oh, that might be a
Hmm.
better one.
I don't know. I just got to do. My license has been expired for a month.
Oh no.
No, you better take care of that. 'Cause you know
So-
they're gonna be out hot for the holidays.
Mm-hmm. That's why I was like,
Their unofficial hot for the holidays quota.
but yeah, I was like, am I gonna have to drive all the way back home? I live in Decatur, from Decatur, so it's like an hour and a half from here. I was like, I don't really want to drive, but
Do you want to do this? I don't want to do all this stuff. Just
see what I
stuff
look
is-
like on the screen.
You got the part about the soup, right? Yeah, instant noodles. Make sure you hit on that. Everybody's heard that story.
Today is WUSM's News and Public Affairs program. Southern Miss Today.
Welcome to Southern Miss Today on Southern Miss Radio. You are here with Madison Warren, and I'm here to give you all the news surrounding Hattiesburg and the world. We have a lot to cover today, so let's dive in. Southern Miss Inclusion and Multicultural Engagement, or IME, is presenting the 2022 Hunger Experience today from until 1 p.m. in the IME Multipurpose Space Hub 100. Entry into the event is a canned food item. Come enjoy a meal, gain new perspective, and potentially change a life. This experiential learning event brings the issues of global hunger and poverty to light. Pi Beta Phi is having a profit share today at Fat Boys from 12 to I believe 5:30. So come out, have some pizza, and support a good philanthropic cause when you mention Pi Phi at the counter. Seymour's Career Closet is a new program on the Hattiesburg campus which allows students to shop for free professional clothing in preparation for job interviews, internships, etc. And the closet is open by appointment only. To make an appointment, email sustainability@usm.edu. The campus-wide Thanksgiving dinner will take place from 4 to 7:30 tonight in Spirit Park. And if you don't have any meal swipes, you can just bring a canned item to donate. The Fresh will close at 2 p.m. today to set up for the event. Active Minds is an organization on campus that is actively trying to change the conversation surrounding mental health. They will be having a bake sale today until 3 p.m. in front of the Cook Library. Everything will be $1. If you happen to visit the Moffitt Health Center this week, be sure to thank a nurse practitioner since it is Nurse Practitioner Week. We appreciate everything they do for us. While you are there thanking them, go ahead and get your flu shot. The flu is running rampant on campus right now, and the flu shot reduces your chance of infection by 60%. Many cities across the globe are battling to recover their tourism industries from COVID-19, but Visit Hattiesburg reports that the hub city is bouncing back. Between the growing art scene and award-winning community events, Hattiesburg is catching the traveler's eye more often than not. According to statistics released by Visit Hattiesburg, approximately 1.7 million people traveled to Hattiesburg from a distance of 50 or more miles from October 2021 to October 2022. As the tourism reputation continues to grow in Hattiesburg, the organization is expecting even bigger numbers in the following years. According to Visit Hattiesburg, the group will soon receive $1.75 million in ARPA funding that can be spent through 2026. Just over a week after winning the largest sports wager payout ever of $75 million, Texas furniture store owner, nicknamed Mattress Mac, was at the Beau Rivage in Biloxi to place another big wager. On Tuesday, Mattress Mac McInville placed a $500,000 bet on the Houston Cougars to win the College Basketball National Championship. If Houston claims the title with 10-1 odds, Mattress Mac would win $5 million. The Houston Cougars will play the Texas Southern Tigers tonight at 7 p.m. The Magic of Lights is coming to the Brandon Amphitheater in Brandon, Mississippi for the first time ever. Over 2 million LED light bulbs are going to construct some of the best Christmas light displays you've ever seen. Magic of Lights is meant to be a family show that everyone can enjoy. The price of the show is $15 for all the people you have in your car, so make sure you bring a friend or two or even 7. Other locations the company visits include Arrowhead Stadium, Gillette Stadium, and Daytona Superspeedway. Magic of Lights in Brandon will take place from November 18th to January 1st. Former President Donald Trump has officially announced he is running for president in 2024, marking his third bid for the White House, saying, "We are a nation in decline and America's comeback starts right now." Trump made the announcement Tuesday night in an address from his estate in Palm Beach, Florida. The oldest living person in the United States has just turned 115 years old. She celebrated her birthday last week with her kids in Lake City, Iowa. Bessie Hendricks was born in 1907. She has witnessed 21 presidents, 2 world wars, and the sinking of the Titanic. "I don't know how you put it into words," said her 90-year-old daughter, Joan Schaefer. "It's marvelous that we still have her." All 3 of Hendricks' surviving children joined her for a birthday party at Shady Oaks Care Center in Lake City. The siblings sang to their mom, held hands, and enjoyed a moment few in the world ever have. We'll be right back with sports and weather after these messages.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, about 12:12 or so, that's when we start the interview.
Okay. What'd you do?
About 12:12.
Oh, okay.
There's that if you don't want to look.
TSU, yo, TSU. That's my alma mater. That's where I graduated from.
Welcome back to the top. In volleyball, Southern Miss sophomore outside hitter Mia Wesley was named first team All-Sun Belt by the conference office Tuesday afternoon. Sophomore Kara Atkinson picked up second team All-Sun Belt honors as voted on by the league's 14 head coaches. Wesley finished the regular season with 494 kills and averaged a scorching 4.62 kills per set. The Orem, Utah native needs 34 kills to surpass Tasha Barnacote, who set the record in 1997 for most kills by a sophomore. Atkinson played a dynamic role for Southern Miss as the middle blocker finished with 256 total kills. She averaged 2.56 kills per set and was second on the team in service aces. The Gardendale, Alabama native led the Golden Eagles in total blocks with 69.0. She averaged .69 per sets and was the only Golden Eagle with double-digit solo blocks. Atkinson's presence on the court was forefront last week in a 3-2 win at Old Dominion. The 6'2" leader had a career-high 20 kills on 31 attempts to finish with a .484 hitting percentage. Atkinson had at least 10 kills in 14 matches. Her .319 hitting percentage this season ranks her 6th in the Sun Belt Conference. The Golden Eagles kickoff Sun Belt tournament will be Thursday, November 17th against Georgia Southern at 2:30 p.m. Women's basketball will be playing in Magnolia State Showdown and will be looking for their 7th win against the rival Ole Miss Rebels. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. at the Sandy and John Black Pavilion at Ole Miss. The Golden Eagle football team will play South Alabama this Saturday at 2:30 at home in their last home game of the season. The game will be broadcasted on the NFL Network. Southern Miss Baseball has announced their 2023 schedule. The first game of the season will take place February 17th against Liberty. In weather, we're still in the midst of a slow burn cooling trend as temperatures keep falling thanks to yesterday's cold front. This morning saw lows fall down to the mid-30s at the lowest, though Hattiesburg and most of the central Pine Belt lingered closer to 40. This afternoon will warm up to around 53 degrees, but we're still not done. Thursday morning will fall to near freezing in Hattiesburg, meaning we'll see likely widespread frost and light freeze conditions in the northernmost Pine Belt counties. Thursday afternoon will be our coolest of the week, falling down to 52, though some upper 40s are likely in those same counties with the freeze conditions. Friday morning is where the cooling stops, but the damage will already be done as we fall into the upper 20s. We are expecting near 27 for Hattiesburg, generally meaning areas to the south will be 2 to 6 degrees warmer and areas to the north will be 2 degrees cooler. Those are freeze conditions, no matter how you slice it, and getting dangerously cold the further north you go. Thankfully, that's where the warming begins, and each morning after that will be warmer with very few exceptions. We'll bounce around the mid-30s in the morning through the weekend, but rapid noticeable warming will begin by the middle of next week as our next front moves in. That'll have us up to nearly 70 by Thanksgiving, but showers and potential thunderstorms are the price we will pay. That is all I have today for news. So, Jackson, tell us, how do you plan to spend the rest of your day today? In the cold.
Well, in the cold, I'll actually be indoors. Got a lot of homework to do. It's that time of the year, really, where
it is.
It's crunch time, as they say. But, I, for one, I kind of like the cold weather. Obviously it's a little cold out there at football practice this morning. It was pretty freezing, but we're doing all this complaining. But we all know it's going to be 85 degrees and humid on Christmas Day.
Literally, it will be. So. But I am trying to enjoy it while we can.
Exactly. I know it's going to be a cold day Saturday. Do you plan to attend Senior Day at The Rock?
I believe I will be there, yes. I plan on it.
Absolutely. I'll be there too. But here right now, let's hear for Mississippi Moments. We're going to talk about the great life of Ray Guy. So let's have a listen.
I hate when we just talk.
Yeah.
What is Senior Day?
Last home game.
Oh, okay.
They call the seniors on the field for the game,
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, okay. Yeah.
They're not calling me and you out on the field.
I know. I was like,
you're a senior, stand up.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Recognize our work too, you know?
Yeah.
Just give us a t-shirt or something. Welcome back to Southern Miss Today. It's always great to hear how a peak athlete really goes through their preparation. Heard from the late great Ray Guy there talking about how he punted, and once again a great loss for the Southern Miss community as he passed away about 2 weeks ago now. So we continue to mourn that, but we're about to go to some quick sponsorship messages. But after the break, we're going to talk to two representatives of the Sigma Alpha Lambda as they talk about their upcoming Cans for Collegiate food drive. So you don't want to miss this. We'll be right back here on Southern Miss Today. All right, got like less than a minute, and then we ride. Back here on Southern Miss Today, without further ado, let's welcome in our two very special guests. First, Jennifer Lewis, who is the Assistant Director of Compliance and Ethics here at Southern Miss, and she is also the Sigma Alpha Lambda Charter Representative and AOP Community Service Chair. She wears a lot of hats. And then we have Rachel Brown, the President of Sigma Alpha Lambda. They are joining us to talk about the AOP Cans for Collegiate, but before we get into that, how are y'all today?
Doing good. How about you?
Can't complain. How about you?
Great, enjoying the brisk weather.
Absolutely. So, first thing I want to ask, like to start off a little light. With all y'all's time here at Southern Miss, what's been y'all's favorite memory on campus so far?
Oh, that's kind of hard for me. I've only been here for about 2 years, so I haven't had a whole lot of experiences with COVID and everything before I came. I would say lighting the way last year was probably my favorite event, just seeing the Christmas tree outside at the front of campus and all of the lights and being part of the community for that.
I would say that the last graduation, past COVID, when everyone got together, we got to see everyone again and see everyone's accomplishments celebrated. I think that's a rite of passage, and it's definitely something you want to help out with if you can. I did volunteer, and it puts you kind of behind the scenes, even if you're not actually graduating. You kind of see what things will be like in the future.
Absolutely. And Jennifer, as the Associate Director of Compliance and Ethics, what kind of led you to join the team there, and what's your day-to-day, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, we oversee a lot of efforts to train people on all the laws that we do have to comply with, including the Alcohol and Drugs, Drug-Free Campuses and Communities Act. So you'll see those courses that we email you, as well as the courses on Title IX, so that you can be aware of what our Title IX policies are, and you can stay safe on campus. We want a safe campus community, and so all our efforts are in that respect. So if you have any questions or concerns about anything upcoming, including next year's Code of Conduct training that will go out on February 1st, email compliance@usm.edu. We love to talk to you. We love to reach out to the students, and that's one of the reasons I stay very involved as a staff member who is also a student here.
Absolutely. And Rachel, obviously as the president of Sigma Alpha Lambda, how did you become president, and what's that experience been like?
So I actually became president because of Jennifer. She was the president before me, and I joined Sigma Alpha Lambda last January, and it was just a really welcoming community and organization. I really bonded with Jennifer and the other members, and she thought it would be a good position for me to step into. And so as president, I've had the opportunity to host tabling events. Obviously, we're doing the canned food drive and kind of give back to the community in any way that we can.
Well, Jennifer, just kind of talking about that, can you talk about your experience as president and maybe what you saw in Rachel?
We had a excellent outcome in the past. We had a family member who brought us to the forefront of community service here, and I think that Rachel and I have continued to run the gamut with that and look at needs that have arisen with COVID and inflation subsequent to COVID. There's a lot of needs in the community, from animals to students to international students to the homeless. And we try to do a little bit in each respect and try to get the message out that there's so many opportunities to help. And when employers are actually looking at you as a candidate for employment, they're looking for someone to buy into their community corporate culture. And usually they want someone who is a person who is giving, who's going to contribute to a climate of giving, because the organizations feel like that's like another facet of the skill set you bring to them.
Absolutely. And talking about community service, the Cans for Collegiate Food Drive, can you talk about what went into the foundation of that and maybe what some of the goals are?
Absolutely. So Cans for Collegiates, the goal is to help stock up some of the food pantries on campus, both for the Hattiesburg campus and the Gulf Park campus, as we go into the holiday season. A lot of students are experiencing food insecurity, and this food insecurity is the idea that you don't know where your next meal is going to come from. You don't know if you're going to be able to focus on your studies because you have to worry about eating for the night. You can't study for a final because you haven't eaten the entire day and you're just hungry. So the goal is to raise awareness of this issue and to have people donate different canned foods or other items that students who are staying in the local area over the holidays might need, so they don't have to worry about that gap and trying to provide themselves with food.
Absolutely. And food insecurity, it's really an issue that I don't think is talked about enough, because it really is a pressing issue. Just how important is it? Can y'all talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so actually the Health Affairs Journal noted that there's a lot of circumstances that college students face that go into food insecurity. This mostly comes from them paying for school tuition, for housing, for textbooks, and so all of their money is going somewhere else. They can't really use their money to pay for food, especially with the rising price of groceries right now. A lot of people are having to go back to less healthy foods because they can't afford better items. And I know it's a common experience for college students to bond over, oh, I had ramen noodles every night of the week, which isn't a terrible thing, but it's not necessarily the best way to get your nutrients and your food. So we're trying to help students know that they have different options than just eating instant noodles every night.
Definitely. And Jennifer, I want to get your take on this as well. Just a lot of talk about inflation, rising gas prices, rising everything prices. Have you seen a rise in food insecurity?
We have seen it across the community, across different groups, but our college students are more affected because of the fact that they also have a limited number of hours they can work. You know, if you actually work a 40-hour job like I did when I was in college and I gave plasma, the sad part is that your energies are going to be divided. Your potential physical and mental health could be adversely impacted. Statistics show there's almost 40% of college students across the nation, with 50% at community colleges, suffering from food insecurity as well as basic needs insecurity. We'll see students, especially those in like foster care, they come out of the system, they don't have a family support, so they come immediately to college and they're looking for some support and struggling trying to get past their circumstance. And so in those situations, they for sure are not having a place to go during the holidays. So I would recommend, if you see someone out there who maybe doesn't have a place to go, maybe ask and invite a person. Every little bit of kindness helps. And we're really looking at a situation where inflation is going to continue to grow long term, and the prices are astronomical. Imagine someone who can only work 20 hours, if that. Our international students can only work on campus. So if they cannot get one of the limited jobs, they have nothing coming in. So please consider donating to this drive. It will benefit all our campuses. We have a new Eaglet food pantry on, I think it's GCRL campus, that's being fed by our Gulf Coast campus. So it's very important that we have enough supplies for all of them. I also want to mention the Wesley Pantry. They have the Food Pantry Plus that's outdoors. So if you're by the Wesley and you need something to eat, please go by and get something. There shouldn't be a stigma to this. I think everyone is struggling a little bit financially right now. And college, you know, like Rachel shared, it's always been the talk that maybe you don't have enough during college, you know, and you have to eat candy or eat ramen soup, you know. But those are not good places to be, and then the reality is that without your adequate healthy food, that you could have a lot of detrimental effects. And we want to put you in the best situation for you to persevere academically, go out into the future, and have the best outcome possible for you, because you're a member of our campus community, and we wish the best for you. So reach out if you need any help. You know, we're here. If you have any questions about the food drive or you need information about resources, you can email salofficers@usm.edu, and we do have some community contacts who might be able to help with other resources.
Absolutely. And just kind of asking about food insecurity again, Rachel, as a college student, you probably see this every day with your friends and peers. Like, it's definitely more pressing than most people believe. Can you just kind of talk about what you've seen as a student?
Absolutely. Within just my friend group, you know, we used to go out once a week, twice a week, eat a meal out, you know, go get some fast food, something like that. And we've had to cut back on that, honestly. And we spend a lot of the time that we would have gone out and enjoyed a meal together sitting there talking about how, hey, I can't go out to eat. I can't afford it right now. I have to, you know, buy just the essentials. I can't afford any fun, any enjoyment out of life. And so it's really hard for students to even connect with others during the semester if they're busy spending all their time working to earn money for food, or if they don't have the money to go out and enjoy things. So the pantries are a great spot to go. They have the food necessities, and then some of them also have just basic necessities, body wash, toothbrushes, things like that. So if you run out of those items, you don't have to go spend $2 or $3 here and there at the grocery store. You can go to the pantry and find some of those essentials there as well.
So with the Cans for Collegiates food drive, what are some of the more important items you're looking for? What are the items y'all want the most so that y'all can give out?
I would say rice, pasta, beans, and toiletries. So the body wash, the toothbrushes, things like that, soap. Those little things that add up. You know, if we can save you some money there, then maybe you can buy some eggs, which are now almost $5. So, you know, little savings will go a long way in the long run.
What would you say is the goal? Like, is there a number in mind of people y'all can reach? Do y'all have a goal like
We had over 370 cans last year, so we would like to go double that because we have more pantries. So we really want to help as many people as possible. Basically, we're trying to stock the pantries from now until January, the end of January. So it's going to take at least that many cans, double what we did last year, I would say.
Absolutely. And last thing for me, can you just tell the people how to get involved? What's the best way to give, and where can we find y'all?
So there's actually giving stations set up all around campus. We have some at the Cook Library, the
Sienna,
yeah.
Pain Center.
There's lots of donation boxes, and they're just big boxes. We have them wrapped in wrapping paper, so they look festive and inviting. And we also have our Instagram and our Twitter that promote the canned food drive. And since it is only going on for one more week, it ends November 22nd. We're just trying to get as much momentum and interest into this as possible so that everyone can get the donations in and help out those who are in need.
Can you give us the usernames for Instagram and Twitter so we can find y'all?
Yes. So the Instagram is SalUSM, and then the Twitter, I believe, is...
We want Facebook.
Facebook. Yeah. Should be Sigma Alpha Lambda USM for that one.
Yes. And we have a box over at the beignet place across the street. So if you forget anything else, you can always drop something off there.
Definitely. And with Sigma Alpha Lambda, Jennifer Lewis and Rachel Brown, thank y'all for joining us, and good luck with the drive.
Thank you.
All right. We'll be right back here on Southern Miss Today.
Should have taken off my jacket. I was sweating. I was like, oh, God, it's so hot in here. It's so
Thanks,
cold outside. I'm like, oh.
We're gonna take a picture after he goes to the last.
Okay, yeah. We need a picture too.
Yes, right. We haven't even taken a picture. That's why I think
interviewed those Wesley people. Y'all had a beat.
Oh, really? We do a lot with the Wesley.
I sent Eric notes. I'm Eric's spot checker. I was like, here's the facts.
50% in community college. That's wild.
Well, because they're working more hours and they're struggling.
Back here on Southern Miss today, we once again want to thank our special guests from Sigma Alpha Lambda, Jennifer Lewis and Rachel Brown. They were gracious to share their time with us for their Cans for Collegiate food drive. But right now we're going to throw to our daily SM2 wrap. Let's hear from SM2 reporter Brooke Parker as she reports on the Rosary Run. Let's have a listen. Okay, I reckon it's picture time.
Okay, y'all want to come stand?
Yeah.
Oh, it's on Facebook.
No, YouTube.
YouTube?
I was just checking to see how it looks. What's it slower?
I'm the shortest one, like usual.
Who's not in?
Alright, there we
Get
go.
in the middle. There you go. Here we go.
For many college students, sleep is a coveted thing not worth giving up.
Thank you.
Who do I send this to?
You can send it to compliance. No. Send it to training@usm.edu. Make your life easier, and I'll get it from there.
Alright.
And I'll share it with you, Rachel. It's a lot less spelling. Wait, let me get this.
Good to go. Thank you guys for having us.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you I got
Y'all
them
got
to take
another
that
event.
box
Just come
over
on
there.
back.
Yeah. Well, we definitely will. We want to work on something called canstration.
Yeah.
But I think we have to do it for the spring because we kind of ran out of time.
Yeah.
Where we have people build something out of cans, and the one that wins, and all the cans get donated, but the one that wins gets a prize,
Yeah.
$50 or something like that. So we're thinking spring because it kind of got cold on us too.
Yeah.
So I don't think that that's.
10 seconds and we'll be off.
Back here on Southern Miss today, thank you, Brooke Parker, as always. She does a lot of great work with the Southern Miss Student Media Center, as well as a lot of other people. And Madison, we got about 30 seconds here today. I don't think I asked you, what do you have planned for the rest of today?
Oh, well, my license expired about a month ago,
Oh,
so I will be
no.
going to the DMV and getting my license renewed.
Oh, you didn't have to out yourself.
I
like that.
know, but I guess I just. This is a reminder. If your license expires and you need to go get it renewed, today's the day. Go do it.
Definitely. And you're going to have your friend drop you off at the DMV, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for here today. On behalf of audio engineer Kelsey Bolden, executive producer and video producer for today, Whitney Howard, and Texas Southern alum, Boo. And newsreader Madison Warren, and on behalf of our guests, Jennifer Lewis and Rachel Brown, I'm Jackson Howell. This is Southern Miss Today. Stay golden, Eagles.
Woo!
Good job, team.
Thank you. Good job. Yeah. So we'll be back in touch about canstration.
Definitely.
Yes,
Definitely.
I like that.
Good way to reach out to get more people.
Yeah, it would be. Yep. We definitely need more involvement. It's hard to get people involved. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
I think the sororities want to do it, but they want to do it on their property, and the Housing and Resident Life says they can't do that. So it has to be in like Spirit Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll